Hey, this is Daniel Norton. I'm here in my studio in New York City with Pauline.
Hi.
And we're gonna take some pictures today. We were kind of messing around. We did a headshot, which is, kind of fun. But she had this cool outfit, kind of orange and blue, and I had this baby blue background. So we thought we'd play around, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of showcase why we use kind of big light sources, kind of, like I have a 5-foot octagon here, and why photographers love these. If you guys don't use, big light sources, you'll get to see why. Kind of the concept here is that it's soft because it's big, right? We talk about that a lot. But because it's so large, you can move it in and out and move it around, and it still stays soft, right? Because I can make, a soft box this big soft by keeping it in close, but having a big box, I have lots of room to move around, lots of options. So we're gonna start with kind of the box is 5-6 feet away from her, and we're gonna create a full length shot, and we'll see how nice and soft and how it lights the wall. We're kind of doing this modern style with a little shadow and stuff. It'll be really, really kind of interesting. So let's take a few and we'll see what it looks like. So I am using my data lights here. So we're using a constant light source. It's LEDs. This is the PanAura or LED Raptor system. So I'm just gonna use my light meter and get a reading here. You could use the meter in your camera, of course. So I'm at f4 125. I'm shooting at 400 ISO. So we'll do a test shot as always. I'm gonna kind of go like a 3/4, I think, here. And this is the Nikon Z6. What's kind of nice about using a mirrorless camera when you're shooting with constant lights is you can actually see your exposure really cleanly. So you guys can see here that lots of detail, lots of even, light across her face, even in the shadow side, right? It's got detail over there. And there's a shadow on the wall, but I think it's kind of nice and adds some flavor to it. We decided to leave the paper kind of rolled up on the ground, and she's barefoot, and we're going to kind of do some full light stuff, because I think that's kind of fun. So let's shoot a couple like that. Nice and easy, playful. And while she can move away, if she, from the light, she can also look towards the light. She has a lot of options, So basically, I'm going to come here. I got my 24-70 on here, and I'm just kind of moving around, getting a few different angles and shots. Kind of fun stuff. Yeah, just like that. So I'm kind of having I'm using the shorty roll of paper here. I want to leave the set in the shot, kind of a fun little behind the scenes kind of fashion shot. So it's kind of a cool way to do it. And this light is great for that because I'm not throwing all these weird shadows everywhere, right? I've got nice clean light all over. Do you like remember we did when we were kind of standing, kind of small? I like that, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Where you're kind of in, yeah. I'm gonna come in and I'm just zooming. I'm using zoom lens for this guy so that I have some space to kind of come in and just kind of play. And I'm leaving enough space around her. So I'm gonna come in, I'm changing my focus spot here. That's perfect. Can we do one where you're looking towards the light? Good, good, good. Yeah, there we go, pretty, just like that. Maybe chin down a smidge, because I'm below her, I don't want her to jump too high. Good, good, good. And again, when you're shooting full length, you want to be like halfway on somebody. You don't want to be shooting up at them too much, but you don't want to be shooting down either. So, fun, okay. Sorry, I was too slow there. Try that again. Good, okay. I had my focus spot in the wrong area. Kind of cute. I'm a little low on you for that though. Let me actually try. Let me come up a tiny bit for that as we say that. Do something like that again. I'm gonna get it all framed up first. When somebody's gonna do an action like that, and go ahead. There we go, yeah. There we go, it's a little better. So you can see the different angle there. Not a lot of room for moving around in this though, so I feel like I probably would not do that kind of shot there. That's from earlier, the headshots. All right, so yeah, kind of fun, right? Fun, even light across her. Looks great no matter where she goes, no matter where she turns, it's always gonna look good. Now, another fun thing we can do with this though is make the light a little bit more moody, a little more contrasty by adding a grid. So you guys have seen me add grids to lights before, oftentimes small lights, but in this case, we have this giant grid that we're gonna put on our 5-foot light. So that's not only gonna kind of change the spread of light, it also adds a bit of contrast. And just because I'm adding the grid on here, I'm also gonna move the light in for 2 reasons. Number one, it actually does eat some light, so just, efficiency-wise, if I move it in closer, it's gonna help me. But also, if I put my grid really far away, then I'm kind of defeating the purpose on a lot of levels, right? Because you kind of want your grid to limit the spread of light, and backing the light up is actually going to increase the spread of light. So we're going to kind of double down on this, if you will, and do a grid and move the light in closer. Okay, so if you come in for me, you're going to come in. I'm just going to roll this guy. I have her on a roller stand. When using such a big light source, it's a good idea to use roller stands. Makes your life a lot easier. So here we're looking at shadow pattern. We can get the light in nice and close. You know, and here I'm not going to necessarily shoot a full length shot, and if I do, it's going to fall off, and you can clearly see that it's falling off at her legs. So, grab my light meter. Again, I'm going to reach towards the light. Okay, I'm 5.6. I'm going to actually, I'll leave the light where it is. You can dim this, of course, but I'm just going to bring my shutter speed up a little bit because I have a feeling I'm going to want to kind of watch my exposure. So I'm actually going to a 200th of a second at f4. Yeah, there we go. So you can see the light's closer, so more dramatic fall off, and also the grid adds contrast and mood. So let's see what this looks like if we shoot a few like this. Cool, cool, cool. Good, good, good. And again, I'm cropping her, you know, maybe like a little bit above the knee, getting some mood. Good like that. Definitely darker shadows, more mood on this, you know. Changes the vibe of it completely. And one thing I can say is, right, look at how soft the light is because it's so large, and look at how close it is to her. So I do have, even though I fall off because of the grid, I'm still lighting her all the way from the top of the head down to the knees, you know, getting nice kind of even coverage. I think I'm going to open up a smidge and come in for a tighter shot of just like her head. Let's just see. I'm going to go, I'm actually going to go 125. I'm going to overexpose. If you guys watch any of my videos, you know that I like them a little bit hot, so yeah, that's about where I want to be. So here we go. Beautiful like that. What's kind of cool about this too is you don't need to wait for the light to recycle because it's a constant light source. And I'm literally seeing exactly what I'm getting as I go. Able to catch all the tiny little movements. Yeah, that looks really great. And of course, you know, nice and sharp. 125 is plenty of shutter speed for me to capture this. If you needed to be a little faster, you know, or put it on a tripod if you were really concerned, but that should be nice, like that. Put them in for one so you guys can see. Nice and sharp. Yeah, I like that. Actually, look right towards the light. I'm going to do one final kind of closer shot of her face. That's pretty like that. I'm going to do a horizontal, but just to get that nice, really, really pretty, soft light. You can actually see it at 4. You got a nice shallow depth of field there if you go like that. And then do one where you're looking right at me to see the difference. Good, good, good. Here we go. Last one. Good. Yeah, and then we can see, you know, by turning the contrast that we have here. And I guess, just so you guys can have an exact copy, pull this down. You can see it there. I'm just going to come in here and do the exact same thing without the grid. Okay. Okay, good. So you can see how much more it wraps without the grid. So we can see what that grid does, you know. This one's a smidge hot, but I'll just come in here to show you guys instead of making a new exposure. We can see there the difference, right? So it really depends on the vibe you're going for. So, let's roll this guy back. So yeah, we can see, right? That was pretty cool, right? So you can see why we like big light sources, right? It gives us a lot of options. It's kind of actually really easy to play with. It's going to be super gentle on the model, and you can, with the addition of a grid, you can still get that contrast that you want, but it still has nice shadow because it's soft, right? So it's gradating into the shadow. You don't have that hard, crisp shadow that you get with a hard light. Hard lights have a totally different vibe, totally different feel, and they're good for other things. So hopefully that clears that up a little bit. I will put Pauline's information in the description so you guys can follow her. Be sure to follow me, Daniel Norton Photographer. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV, and I'll see you next time on set.